All right, let's test this out, see if we could go. What's going on, guys? Welcome back. It's been a while, and it feels good to be back. Let's test it out. Give me a thumbs up or something in the chat. Let me know if we're good to go, if we're working. But Werner, Desire, good to see you guys. Welcome back. All right. Took a little hiatus. I'm down in Florida right now on my travel setup, so hopefully we can get things rolling here. At least the internet should be better than Arkansas, so we should be good to go. But give me a thumbs up. We're about, I think, 15 seconds delayed on the stream, so you guys should just let me know. But we're going to kind of go through the usual analysis here. All is good. Awesome. Thanks, Werner. I'll give you my thoughts on silver in 1 second. I'm just getting on the charts myself, so I kind of want to do a top-down real quick. So obviously, first things first, we have news today at 8:30 in the morning. We have PPI and retail sales, both at 8:30 Eastern. Thumbs up. Perfect. Thanks. So yeah, I mean, that's the main thing to keep an eye out. So obviously we're heading into that in about an hour and 15 minutes. So something to, I guess, keep an eye on during your trading day as you enter some positions. Equities. Let's take a look at the NASDAQ real quick. So it's pushing up. It's been pushing up. I think it's like the 7th green day in a row here. It's been pretty strong, but you can actually start seeing the it's starting to, I guess, get a little weak, right? I mean, you saw these accelerated bars here that were pushing up pretty heavy with a lot of lower wicks and rejection, and now we're seeing just small bodies and just, I guess, weaker price action as we're running into this, I guess, neckline here, the support and resistance of the last. What date is this? Of the last, I guess, since September 22. So a few months of price action that's been rejecting and not accepting this 11,600 price point. So going to definitely be an area to keep an eye on for potential shorts as we are rejecting this with these upper wicks here. So hopping down to the 4-hour. 4-hour through a couple nice rejection wicks last night and this morning overnight session. But we are showing some signs of strength building up here as we're getting really tight into this 11.6 area. I mean, here's the thing. I think we're in for a really nice short sometime this week, but I'm not going to neglect the potential longs because we have been just so strong on the long side that, I'm not going to just ignore that we could get long. So potentially, if we break through and squeeze through 11.6, I'm going to look for a retest 11.6, see if we do find support there. I'm keeping an eye on that. Okay, this could be just a run of liquidity to then come back down and do something like this. But that's why I'm going to wait for a retest of support, see if we do base through 11.6. Then I'll look for longs for a continuation. Ideally, we see some shorts below I guess low of the morning session here, 11,546 area, which will be below VWAP, and then we get a retest on the backside. And that's also right around the open of the morning as well. So that's the ideal scenario here. Looking for shorts dropping through these morning session lows at 11,546, and then we'll look for a retest on the backside for some shorts. So I got my long idea, short idea, and we'll see, see what it has in store for us. Probably not going to play any type of anticipatory trade this morning, just because it isn't in a range here that, yesterday was an inside day. We printed a range, 15-minute high, printed this low, and we just kind of ranged inside, pretty choppy. We're kind of inside that same exact range from yesterday's price action. So not an area that I really want to mess with. So I'm going to wait to see if we can get a break of structure here, or if we get a break of structure here, and then we'll kind of play it that way. Because, we are starting to get into some more volume. I mean, traders are starting to come back on the desk now that the holidays are over. And so hopefully we can get something good today. Let's see. Dixie. Did I already look? I did not look at the Dixie yet. All right, cool. Did I look at the... No, I didn't. What the hell did I start with? Fuck, okay. Dude, I'm going fucking, dude. Oh my God. Oh, shit. Don't mind me. Start with the NASDAQ. Who am I? So Pablo's like rubbing off on me over here. Weekly chart on the Dixie. It's, pretty strong bearish candle last week, closing below this 103.5 support. We're now sitting at 102. Previous area that we found some buyers coming to play here, but the dollar's just so weak. And you're seeing the strength in equities and the strength in gold. It's like, what's going on? When do we get that reversal? Looking at these lows sitting back from June of 21, so a couple years now of creating these lows, and we're now sitting at these lows as well. Did break below that trend line and retested it on the backside here with a rejection wick. So let's see if we do get some continued sell-off on the Dixie. Because if you look at the daily here, daily is finding resistance right on the backside of that trend line. So if we do get a push below these lows here at 102 even, could get a strong sell-off. And I guess, maybe we don't get that equity short that I'm looking for. But who knows? We'll just have to see what happens in this range here, because it is just consolidating right now. So it could easily just continue up and reject this area. But we'll just have to see which way the market wants to take the dollar. Rates as well. I do want to look at rates because that's kind of been the main driver since the Dixie's just kind of lost its luster. Looking at, I got a lot of freaking lines on this damn thing. Hang on. Cool. So found some support recently at 340. Had a little bit of a bounce off of it, but now pushing down pretty bearish here, heading back down towards support. So with the weak rates, maybe we see that breakout through 11.6 on the NAS. So definitely something to keep an eye on there with the rates being weak today and seeing some bearish pressure. If the rates do drop through these morning session lows, then that'll give us enough momentum to the downside to push the equities up. On the flip side, we are in this consolidation range, so if the rates do pop above 350, then that'll send the equities down, and that'll also send gold and metals down for your silver play. Taking a look at gold and silver for you, Werner. Oh man, metals have been on just a absolute tear the last, I guess, few months here since November of 22. After we broke structure through this descending trend line here, ever since we broke this structure, we've just been on just this tear. And I mean, looking at I think silver's coming to a potential end of its run. We've been in this channel here since the start of COVID. This is a channel that we've been sitting in for the entirety of COVID 2020. And now we're coming back up to the upper end of this trend line here where we've had some massive selling rejection. Also heading up into 25, which has been a pretty strong, very strong rejection in the past here. This was a 2013 rejection, a 2011, 2012, 2010 rejection here. So this zone that we're now pushing up into as well. Pretty heavy rejection. A lot of sellers come into play here. Looking at the daily, nice bearish engulfing yesterday, showing some resistance. So I like sells overall. I'm looking forward for silver. Whether we get a liquidity grab through the highs first and then we sell off, I'm not sure. But either way, I'm going to start looking for sells in the near term, in the near future here for silver. But as far as the day goes, let me see what I'm looking at for gold. This would then kind of help you out for silver here. So, if you look at this back in April of 2022, we've had a lot. I mean, this 1918 price point, I mean, it was a strong rejection zone here. It was holding for a few months, maybe almost like, a half a year here. Held pretty strong, a lot of rejection. So we're pushing up into it, as you can see. This was also the rejection and the pivot point back in 21 as well. So we're now pushing up into it. You saw two candlesticks on the daily rejects, we're now coming back up to retest this resistance. So maybe we start rolling over. I don't like how the 4 hour is so freaking strong here. So that's not kind of in line with my short idea. But this is a really strong area, so maybe sellers come into play and knock it back down, because we are looking like we want to reject this area, right? Because we had this breakthrough of this resistance, came back below, resistance here, double top resistance. Now we're back at this resistance. So this is definitely an area that I'm willing to keep an eye on for shorts on gold. And then we can maybe fill some of this overnight session move. So ideas for shorts on gold is I'd start accumulating around this area and then look for some kind of backside move and then confirm on that rejection here for a move back down to lows. On the flip side, if gold breaks above this 1917 area, then I'll look for a retest and look for a continuation through these highs of Sunday open to into Monday. So we'll see what it gives us. Yeah, I mean, really no clear idea on that one. Just going to have to wait to see how it set up and reacts to this 1917, 1918 price point. Looking at oil, I was also looking at oil before we came on. It's like everything's at an area. Gold, oil, all that, everything's really at an area that it's just, I'm not sure where it's going to go, because if you take a look, this 82, a lot of rejection, pivot point here, a lot of rejection, and we're now pushing up into it. But we're pushing up into it with some strength. I mean, yesterday, oil had a massive bullish engulfing. I mean, it's just a big stiffy. And just today, we're now actually getting some momentum in us. We had a lower liquidity wick. Now we're pushing up higher into this rejection zone. So, I mean, looking at the current strength, the longs are nice, but I don't want a long in front of something like this, because it's a nasty rejection zone. And we've just been grinding ourselves up. So looking at this area, I mean, this zone that we just broke above here is something that I'm keeping an eye on, right? It's going to be a retest of VWAP, a retest of this breakout here, and then maybe potential longs, because then we're running into potential resistance sitting right around 82.60. So, I mean, the best idea for me for oil today, I guess there's two ideas here, is we get a retest of VWAP area, which is 81.20, pick up some longs for a pushback up towards 82.50, and that would give us around a point, or I guess a half a point there. And then if we get a break below overnight session lows at 80.60, we have a pretty clean move down to like 79.15 area, so we'll kind of look for something similar to this. So I guess those are my two ideas for oil. Not a huge fan, because it's just kind of in that rejection area to where, I mean, I'd prefer these shorts. I'm not sure I'm going to take oil longs today, just because I don't like where it's at. I'm not comfortable taking longs into this nasty rejection area here that we're now in. So the only idea I have for oil today would be shorts below 80.55, looking to fill yesterday's move. So that'll be it. Werner says, I hope silver drops. I hope so too. I think it has a good chance to drop. I mean, it's at a very, very strong area of resistance here. So it's just a matter of time before the buyers give up. And then looking at pound yen that I'm currently in short. Taking a look at the daily. Daily came up and rejected this just strong resistance here. It was the high back in December. It was the high January 11th, mid-January here. And now we came up with a nice rejection wick. But keeping an eye on that move here. So we did I guess, fill this move from last week. But now looking at intraday price action, 4 hour, had a nice 4 hour push to these highs through some double rejection wick. It was based off of news last night on the yen, 4 hour bearish candle, and now this current bearish candle for the 4 hours pushing below. I was trying to break this low the last 4 hour to fill this move from overnight. Because if you look at intraday chart here, this move here was based off of, again, yen news. And so now what you're seeing is a potential move to fill the overnight pump. And so I took a short here at VWAP at this 160 whole number rejection point. That's also an area that we've seen a lot of resistance back in the beginning of January here. Found some support there again in mid-January. And so it's almost like that neckline here that, okay, now that we're broken below, it's where VWAP is, it's where we had this retest. This is a good area to start accumulating shorts. So I'm short here, looking for a pushback down just to fill this move. That'll be about 100 pips. And then, you know, we'll just kind of call it a day from there. But if I do get a pop back above, I'll look to start adding my shorts around 160, 400. That's going to be this, I guess, this rejection here where we had broken down from the morning pump. And then I'll look for a rejection to fill the move. But I don't think we do get that. I think we start selling off now just because it looks heavy and it looks like it just wants to continue selling. Hope it does, because it'll be a nice day, early day. But yeah. Oh man. Oh wow. It feels weird back on the stream talking. US 100 has daily trend line from 1229. US 100. Let's take a look, Desire. Let's take a look. Back from 12. Yeah. Yes, does. Yes, does. It's not there yet. It's not there yet, but it's close enough. Not too worried. I mean, here's the thing: is like price areas of very strong rejection, like this 11.6. It has more weight. I think it's more important than trend lines. So if we're close enough to the trend line and we're showing some signs of rejection at such a strong price point here, then, you know, I'll look for shorts. I'm not going to look for shorts just because we have a trend line up ahead. So yeah, technically if you're looking at your trend line, it's not there yet. We have some room to go to reject it. But at that point, if we're just pushing up to reject the trend line, we're not just going to push up to reject a trend line. It's got to make sense, right? And so if we do push up, I mean, it's probably going to come back up into this rejection zone here, break through that trend line, and then maybe we come back down. So if we do break through this current daily high that we're wedging into, this 11.6, then I think we get a nice push towards like 11.8, 11.9, and then we start rolling over. So we'll see. I'd like to see us hold where we're at, but if it does break through, then I think we can get a nice little squeeze for the morning play. But yeah, dude, in Bitcoin's just you know what? I tell you, the market's been on a tear because we've had a risk on with Bitcoin. Bitcoin and the equities have been like, Bitcoin's been like a catalyst and a mover, and it's just been on like this absolute rampage and since January started, and it's just finally slowing down back at this 21.5 area. But it's caused a lot of risk on and a lot of people to start getting involved in the markets. But once that dies off again, we should then start seeing that nice sell-off. All right. Whoa. Really? Damn thing. Cool. Oh, let's see here. Pound yen. What's up? I know. I was just looking at that. Like, you have these the bodies. It just this 30-minute just closed below, and we're just shooting a lot of rejection wicks here. So it just looks like it just wants to roll over here. But yeah, super clean. I mean, it has no support. Yeah, it's probably a good call. I mean, that's the way you got to play it nowadays, right? Is you got to try to grab the positions ahead of news, but I guess if it's not ready to go, it's just not ready to go. Doesn't seem like it. Yeah, that's what I was looking for as well. Some backside play on one of the breaks. Agreed. I don't even know what that yen news was. I just saw that yen was the Bank of Japan was out there talking. But statement on some monetary policy statement. Either way, it looks like it's going to retrace it, so fuck it. The longs, are you looking for a retest or right now?
No, not right now. I'm looking for a retest of this 81.22.
Yeah, this area right here.
And
Yeah. That's what I was looking at too.
And I get at least like 2.5 out of it.
Just makes me nervous where we're at.
So that's why same thing with gold. Like I'm looking at gold and
Yeah.
I wanted to sell this. I was when I was doing analysis last night, I really wasn't expecting this last 4 hour candle to close the way that it did.
Yeah, shit, me neither.
Yeah, I thought we were gonna retest the breakdown of this 1905, 1906, and continue moving down. When I got on the charts this morning, I was like, "What's going on?"
Yeah.
I don't know. The hourly just looks like it's running out of gas, so we start, falling over upper the backside.
Yeah, I don't fucking know, dude. I just feel like everything's just in an area that I'm just like not sure.
Yeah, you might just wait for like news to do something, and then we finally have clear direction of where things are going.
It's probably what I'll do too. Is which just like I'm already in pound yen, and pound yen just like looks like it just wants to fucking drop here. But aside from that, it's just just things about to just dump. But aside from pound yen, I'm just gonna probably wait for news in about 50 minutes to trade any gold or NASDAQ or anything, because it's just volume will come in, and then we're just at an area that I'm just not too excited or sure about for like pretty much everything other than pound yen. So I'm just kind of chilling, waiting.
Yeah.
Dude, the weather's finally picking up here. Like, it's been cold the last couple of days, but now it's gonna be in like the mid 70s. So I'm pretty excited for that. Dude, but catch me not moving to Florida. This shit sucks. I've never seen a more crowded place in my life. I mean, obviously California is more crowded, but like it feels like a mini California over here now. Everybody's moving here.
Yeah, I enter pound yen.
Yeah, yeah, buddy.
Dude, at the low, when this current 15 minute just started closing below the previous 15 minute. Um, Stops above the highs.
Yeah, that'd be a good play. I think it'd be a good play. I mean, it's just like rejecting. I mean, this whole VWAP double rejection plus we're sitting at the 160 quarter point, and we have so much range to go down. It's just I think it's just going to start melting.
Yeah, the hourly, I really like the hourly on this.
Yeah, yeah. The hourly's nice. I like when I see heavy sells. Then you see this one bullish candle that tried pushing up but couldn't, rejected this 160 whole quarter point, and now we had a little wick up and we're going to start breaking these lows here. So once we break through these lows, it's game over. Like it's going to just dump, but it's hourly setting up really nice.
Yeah. If we break those lows and we get a nice retest of that breakdown, I'll put in another position.
Yeah, I'm going to do the same. Just move drawings. Let's see. So we have. Fuck. I want to just see when was the last PPI because I just want to see how it reacted to the last PPI. So last PPI, it was sitting on December 9th, came in a lot higher than expected, except we're expecting a lot weaker than expected. So December 9th on the NASDAQ. Let's go check it out. Here it is. All right, December 9th so we had this just big ass rejection to the downside. So with the being a lot stronger than expected, you saw the NASDAQ dump pretty heavy. But we're now looking for a lot weaker than the previous number from 0.4 to 0.1. So let's look at last time we were looking for something weaker, which that's fucking who knows how long ago that was, dude. Previous forecasts, that's going to be never. So all right, well January no. Fuck, dude, I don't even know. Let's take October 14th of 21. It's like old data, but fuck it. Let's take a look. All right, October 14th, 8 a.m. So, I mean, we just had a continuation here, nice strong move up. So, I guess from what data has proven in the past, if we get a number that's in line, or I guess better than expected, or I guess lower than expected, so you get like a 0.1, anything less than 0.1, so 0 or negative, then you can probably expect the equities to continue higher. If you get anything higher than 0.1, so 0.2, 0.3, 0.4, then expect the equities to dump is probably what I would expect given recent data off of how it's moved before. So you also have retail sales. Retail sales is looking to be lower than expected as well. And so December 15th was the last time it was expected to be lower, and it was a lot lower. So December 15th for NASDAQ, I think I remember that day. I think I actually traded that day. Yeah, fucking dumps. So interesting. So last time, so December 15th, interesting. So retail sales and PPI are now in the same day, and they weren't last time. So this should be interesting because, yeah. So we could get a massive move today. I'm hoping that they both come in lower, or I guess weaker than expected, because then the NASDAQ will just absolutely just dump, and we can get some nice shorts today. So we'll see what we get. But it's interesting that they're on the same day together, because it's weird. Anyways.
Yeah, I'm glad I got out of those shorts. Just pushing heavy.
Yeah, it's probably a good call. Yeah.
Yeah, also just looking at it looks like it wants to run those lows, and it was definitely, I was anticipating a lot of putting in that position.
Yeah. Yeah. It's just tough because it's just in this nasty range here for the Dixie. And then like for the NASDAQ's been just like, it went from being strong to this being like this, grinding up very slowly. That doesn't really have a clear direction of strong buyers or strong sellers. So I think we need one more just like kind of, fuck you, and then we just sell off, like a blow off top kind of thing.
Yeah. Looking at 5 minutes on GJ. I think we just based off the 5 minute chart, I feel like we shouldn't go ahead and take out these highs, these like equal highs, but we can go back and retest this breakdown to continue moving down. Right. I think that's where the point of control is in your chart.
Yeah, it's definitely because you're sitting in this zone here. So like for this current morning session, you have almost like 3 points of control. You have a point of control that we're actually sitting at and rejecting right now. You have a point of control that are these highs, and you have a point of control that's like more or less this like where we broke down from over here, this 160-500 level. So it's like you've been seeing kind of this whole move down here that we broke through these lows. We were like sitting at this point of control, broke through. Okay, we're good. We've been sitting at this point of control, retest rejection. So now it's like, okay, and when do we break down now? And so it's like it's kind of just been stair stepping its way down through like points of controls. But I like this 5 minute because we have clear momentum now shifted to the downside based off of, okay, the 66 slopes completely down. The VWAP's flat, but we're below VWAP. And so once volume actually comes into play, maybe around 8 o'clock, then I think we can get a nice continuation down, because then volume will be in, and then we can start, maybe we'll get a retest maybe of the 66 and VWAP sloping down. We'll kind of then start dumping down. So I think it's just still setting up and accumulating into like maybe 8 o'clock, and then we'll maybe hopefully get that push down. Plus, if we can get the sells in the equities, that would just definitely help us out here.
I really like the volume profile you have.
What's that?
I really like the volume profile that you have.
Oh yeah, no, I can throw you the code, but because someone in our Discord gave it to me, but it's like he coded it based off of like the session that you look at and stuff. And then if you look at the other side of the volume profile, it shows like the actual strength in buyers and sellers. Like okay, you can see that where this volume was right here, you can see that buyers were holding the volume there, right? Because the buyers were just popping it up, and then vice versa in this area here where we've had this volume profile, sellers are more in control. So that's you can clearly see that sellers are rejecting VWAP area, and so sellers just want to knock it down. So I think it's just a matter of time to where sellers do take over because there's a lot stronger selling pressure in this area than buyers.
Yeah, that looks cool, man.
Currently sitting at technically for this morning session, the technical point of control is where we're rejecting right now in the 5 minute. So we'll see. Seems like we can potentially start pushing. I mean, we're seeing that every time we pop up, it's creating these lower highs here. And so now let's see if we can just start rolling over here.
Yeah.
Not a fan of that 15-minute close, but all right.
It's a little bit higher and start falling down.
I agree because now that the 66 is kind of pushing below VWAP here, it's I think we'll have maybe one more push up to give us a lower high, maybe retest this move down from 6:50 a.m. and then we can then start rolling over. So that's kind of something what I'm going to look for.
Yeah, that's exactly what I'm looking at.
Of course, because we're the best. So
I just found some support.
Yeah.
Huh? I feel you just found some support at 159, 500. Just that half number QP, the psychological number. So then it's just one more retest falling down.
Yeah. Right.
Yo, why don't you go over your DJ swing trade? I feel like people would like to see that.
Yeah. So I had a trade. Okay, cool. My fucking thing froze for a second. I had a trade last night, or I guess it was the open of Sunday into Monday, because basically on pound yen. So I had it was around just over $12,000 trade. So if you look at this area here that pound yen was coming into, this is a previous area. You got that we've had some strong rejection before. So we've had a rejection in 21 here. We've had a rejection in 22 here. We had a double bottom rejection here. And so the start of this week was this candle right in here. And so, I figured, okay, this could be an area that we really just reject and push out of because we see a lot of buying pressure come into play in this zone. So I was looking for longs out of this area here. And so when market opened on Sunday, we gapped down, right? So we gapped down. And after we gapped down, we had almost created this support here at this, at, you know, this 155.8, which is this previous area that we always reject from in the past here, right? So we gapped down into this support and started pushing up and breaking through these high, this high area, this like neckline almost. And so after we had done that, I was like, all right, I'm going to start trying to accumulate longs on any retests as we start pushing down, because it seems like we gap down, buyers are coming into play here, and we could start maybe grinding higher. And so as we broke up, we had this pullback. I took a long in here, or I took a long on this pullback here. And then I think after we had one more retest, I took another long in here. So I took 2 5 lot entries, and then I just kind of let it play out, because looking at the higher time frames, I wanted to see an overall move, like pushing up into like this 158, 750 area. And so I was just looking for that continuation. But, you know, looking at this lower time frame, you know, after we started pushing up and I was sitting up around like 130 pips and we were pushing into this zone here, that's where I just ended up getting out. So I just snagged exits right in this wick here. So it ended up working out really well. Caught about 12,000 off of it, but that was just an idea based off of like the higher time frames, kind of the zone that we were entering. And if you've traded the I guess open before of Sunday, it trades very similar all the time. So you got to watch the gaps, right? Because if you get gaps, you see a gap down here into a zone that we've had a lot of rejection before. You saw extremely strong, just like acceleration out of there. Then you can expect to start maybe accumulating longs on some type of pullback here, because then you most likely get a continuation out of there. Now it was a little choppy that day, but you ended up getting a nice continuation out of there the next day. Usually it's a lot cleaner than that, but since it's still like mid-January, it's not as clean as it would be, but structure still made the same and it still ended up working out. So, but yeah, that's it.
Minute on GJ can close bearish, that would be very nice.
Yeah, I'm with you. So I'm looking for as well. What's going on, William? Good to see you, dude. Welcome back. But yeah, definitely looking for some 5-minute bearish price action. So we have 4 minutes left in the hourly close. So GJ's right now finding some support at this 159.4, but it's also finding resistance here at this previous like 160 whole quarter point. So we're now in this range, so we're kind of just bouncing around. But I feel like, you know, the selling's a lot stronger right now, at least where we're at. So I'm just kind of waiting for just this rejection area below VWAP and just to come into play. Although, let's see. What's that?
I said I agree.
So we're now sitting. sitting around the 50% of this move here. So typically that finds some type of support anyway. So still, I mean, I still like the shorts overall. I'm still like only in half position size. So, you know, I think the shorts will work out. I think they'll end up racing this morning session move, but volume is not in the market yet. So we'll have to wait till like 8 o'clock. Hopefully not. We won't have to wait till the news, but we'll see what happens. Ask and you shall receive, Pablo. Maybe we'll get that.
Mm-hmm. Yo, this hourly on NASDAQ though.
Yeah, dude, I was looking at that fucking NASDAQ push. This thing, if this thing like breaks above and closes above 11, like, dude, this thing's like looks like it just wants to fucking go.
Yeah, that's what I'm thinking.
Yesterday, I was actually like looking to play. I was looking for this like to play off of 11.6, but 11.6 is so strong. Yesterday, I was looking for longs, you know, through this area here, but just it wasn't very clean because we had that push through the trend line, but 11.6 ended up rejecting. So as we came back and retest this area, I was like, oh, you know, maybe we can get a continuation off the retest. But it's just like it was just this whole 11.6 area is such a strong rejection area that now we're running into it again. So we'll have to definitely see if it's ready to go this time. And we are creating these higher lows, and you know, it seems like it's ready to bust through. And this time with this hourly, it's not really leaving a rejection wick. It's actually closing above this area. So I think we might have enough momentum in us to get going this time.
Yeah, yesterday, when I took those NASDAQ longs, I just it was just inside this really tight range. I wasn't really sure. And there was like a lot of it took a minute to develop to actually like have the breakout. So I ended up just catching. I don't know how much I caught, but I ended up making like $300 maybe when I should have ended up making at least a couple of thousand. Like, I was just looking at that like,
Yeah, if you would have caught that whole move, that would have been nice. But it just ended up being really fucking choppy. So
let's see. Not embarrassing golfing, but I'm not gonna complain.
yeah, right. I won't complain. But I mean, I do like the hourlies, like still weak. Still not seeing a lot of buying pressure come into play. I mean, it is finding support here, but you know, it's not going to go straight down. So now that volume is back into play, I'm looking for continuation.
I want to see a really nice close below.
What I think we can see, because like on the hourly chart is, you know, you're seeing this pretty strong sell off, and now we're seeing, you know, this bullish candle, you know, weak bullish candle, and it just seems like it's accumulating before we just get this massive like sell off again. So I think it just seems like it's ready to just sell off pretty strong.
Yeah, I have an alert. Put an alert down. Those lows.
Yeah, dude, this thing's
I, 'cause, 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 ' I really like this 5 minute structure.
Yeah, so do I. Dude, after visiting the trade floor down in Naples, they were like, because they're all futures traders, they were like trying to convince me so hard to switch to futures, and it's like, I would have no problem, but I can't leave my baby. Like pound yen is my baby, and I can't leave her. It's just there's something about her that just when the markets are indecisive and not looking good. You have that golden child pound yen that just says, "Hey, come trade me and make some money on me instead." So I'm like, come on.
So that everybody just trades the future contracts over there.
Pretty much. I mean, like I'd probably say like 90% of them trade futures. They trade Nasdaq. They trade Nasdaq, gold, and oil. And there's the only three they trade, but they trade in the futures. The futures platform.
That's nice because that's like 90% of what we trade.
Yeah, I mean that's like what I'm saying. It's exactly what we trade. It's just so we always like it was cool because we had the same like we were looking at the same products, the same analysis. Just they're trading the futures platform, but that's what I'm saying. I would have no problem, but I can't leave my baby because it's my baby, pound yen. But yeah, it was cool. Yeah, but then the other like the 10% that don't trade futures, they trade small caps.
Yeah, because I was about to say that because I know Mike, that's what he trades.
Yeah, Mike does small caps, yeah, and stuff. So that's what like the others trade is like. But Mike left that. Mike's not with Austin in that trade club anymore.
Really, I didn't know that.
Yeah, so he actually, I didn't either. I got there and asked, I was, where's Mike? And so he apparently like a week or two ago he like left and he's doing his own thing now and has his own like club and stuff or whatever the fuck he's doing. I don't know.
I did not know that. That's crazy because I know they started that together.
Yeah, they started together. They've done like everything together, and it's just like he thought he just want to do it on his own now. So I was like, alrighty.
Damn, that sounds like maybe they had some beef or something. I don't know. I used to be in Mike's when I first started trading. I used to be in Mike's room, and he's a really good trader.
You were in Mike's room.
Trader. I was in Mike's room. Yeah, he was the first room I ever joined, and he's just like ping pong with stocks, bro.
Oh yeah, he's a good trader for sure. He's really good.
So Xavier, personally, I don't look for a minimum amount of pips or points. Um, all of my trades are based off of risk reward. So I could be risking 5 pips, 10 or 15 pips, but I need to at least be making 2 times that for me to enter a trade. So if I'm risking 5 pips, I'm looking to make 10. I'm risking 15. I'm looking to make 30. I'm risking 10. I'm looking to make 20, at least, at the very least. But I don't have a minimum pip. If I'm scalping and I'm risking like 3 pips, I'll be looking to make 6. So everything I do is based off of risk reward. I don't know.
Yeah, no, 100%. I mean, that's the way I trade too. It's like I don't go in the trade saying I need to make at least 20, but I do go into trade, and you got to make sure that the range makes sense. Like Pablo was saying, like it's based off risk reward. So if I'm looking to short here, and I'm looking for okay, I'm not saying I need at least 10 pips, but okay, if the take profits around 130, well, my stop's 60, right? So that's at least 2 to 1. So I'm good to go. So it's just based off like Pablo said, risk to reward, making sure that you can at least get 2 to 1, if not 3 to 1. So yeah, it's just not really a minimum pips. Just making sure the trade range makes sense.
How much does he charge for like a trade station?
Depends on what package. So he does. You can do 1 month, 3 month, or I think 1 year or something. So if you do the 1 month, it's like 3,000 a month. If you do three, like it goes kind of like tiers down. But the 1 year is 2,000 a month.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
So it's like you pay less for the bigger contract you get, but 7 to 15 pips, Xavier. So I'm not going to tell you like hey, that's it's shitty, but it's pretty shitty. I don't know if I don't know like are you a scalper or whatnot, but like it's just I feel like you're the being able to sustain as a being able to sustain yourself as a profitable trader, and only catching 7 to 10 pips. It can be done, obviously, but it's going to be really, really hard, like, because you'll go on losing streaks, and without a doubt. And if, I mean, I feel like you're only looking for one-to-ones, right? Because how are you going to have less than a 10 pip stop loss on anything? You can't. So if you're only catching one-to-one, I mean, it's fine. I mean, look, it's your trading style, but that's just that's going to be tough to sustain, like, the long-term trading plan on that.
Oh, you're like you trade a lot then. So if you call like 150 pips and you're taking 715 pips,
Yeah,
taking like what, 10 trades?
yeah, I don't know. That's just less is more, right? I trade 1 or 2 trades a day, and I make, I don't know, maybe 100 pips total if it's on a good day or something, and call it a day. It's like, and I'm not stressed out trying to scalp off the 1 minute looking for 7 pips. It's just it's it's a tough one. It's a tough market to it's a tough way to it's a tough way to trade. I don't know. What is that? What the hell? You do you, but I'm just saying, if you trade market structure, then maybe look for like, 15-30 minute market structure and trade it's the same thing. If you're scalping off like the 1 or 5 minute, scalping off the 15, or I guess not really scalping, but trading off the 15 and 30 minutes, like, okay, that's another thing is that way of trading, you're not going to be successful at. I promise you. If you're just sitting at work scalping off your phone, you're 100% not going to be a successful trader. If you're doing it just to pass time. So I'm just telling you right now, if you don't switch your trading habits and your trading style, you're just not going to work. But now we got 19 minutes left till news.
We're in this range. I feel like I'm watching paint dry.
Yeah, same. It's fucking sitting here. It's dead. I'm just saying that trading on your phone, if you have a 100% chance of failing in trading if you're just trading off your phone. So just give it time. Just give it time and you'll end up just failing. Because here's the thing is like you can't manage your trade from a phone, right? Like especially if you're scalping, like you need to be able to enter and exit pretty quick. You can't see the overall market structure on a phone. It's just a small box. It's like it's not real trading. You're just doing it to pass time. Like it's not the it's if you're trying to scalp, especially if you're trying to scalp off a phone. If you're trying to scalp off a phone, it's not going to work. 'Cause you might get stuck in a random news event that just fucks you, or your stop loss. Just you can't place your stop loss. It's just there's way too many things that involve trading. Like if you're going to trade and that to actually make money, do it the right way. Do it off of a laptop or a computer, and do it so don't do it just to pass time. If you're doing it just to pass time, I promise you that I will promise you, and I will put any money up saying that you will not succeed in trading if you just stick to trading off your phone. There's just way too many variables that'll fuck you up. I literally have a rule in my trade plan: no phone trading, for that specific reason. I've just gotten fucked up way too many times trading off the phone. That's fine. You can trade.
You, man.
Xavier, I'm telling you. Okay, so if you've been trading off your phone for years and it's been working, you wouldn't be working two jobs. Here's the thing: is like, yeah, maybe you're new to Forex. You can trade off. If I don't know if you're trading Robinhood, great. Robinhood's you can trade off your phone on Robinhood because it's if nobody succeeds off Robinhood anyway. I'm just telling you, and I don't care if you've been trading from your phone for years or if you've been trading off your phone for months. If you're trying to trade Forex and you're trying to scalp, you have a 100% chance of not lasting as a trader. Maybe it'll work for a year or two, but I promise you, you're not going to last as a trader trading off your phone. It is what it is. You're not going to last.
Yo, I need DJ to just fall over, bro.
No, I'm sitting here waiting. It's like fucking around. It's fucking around this range, but just waiting. Just waiting. 15 minutes left. I've always wanted to do a safari runner, but I'm afraid to get eaten by a lion or something.
I've seen those. They look dope, but I never. No.
Yeah, they look sick.
Honestly, $2,000 a month to trade in that room is not that bad. I feel like it's a lot cheaper than like renting out a place.
Would you say?
$2,000 a month to trade in that room is not that bad.
Oh no, it's not. I mean, for everything you get, dude, you get the PC, you get the setup, you get the desk, you get 24-hour access. So it's just like paying for an office space. You get access to Austin and all the other guys, the community is. You get free breakfast every morning. It's like actually 2,000 a month is like a steal.
Bro, yeah, yeah, that's pretty nice. Breakfast is insane, bro.
Dude, they have. I think like once a week they bring a professional chef to like a whole omelet station and cook omelets. But every day they bring like pastries and yogurt bowls and shit and coffee. It's awesome.
That's dope. How many traders actually trade there?
So the ones who are actually local and actually trade there every day, you probably have about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12. Probably about 12 who trade there every day, and probably about like 4 or 5 who like come and go because they're like they live somewhere else.
Hmm.
They fucking roam in our back gardens like cows roam on a farm. Yo, no. Catch me not. I actually had a dream last night. I shit you not. I had a dream last night and a lion was in it. I don't even remember the whole story, but the fucking lion was like chasing after us and shit. I don't even like do lions. I don't fuck with them, man. Those things they're like the king of the jungle. You look at them wrong and they just come over and bite your head off. So, yeah. At my job, we're required to bring her in. Fucking, huh?
That sounds a little crazy to me. That sounds a little crazy to me, having like animals like that just walking around.
Dude, you look out your back, your fucking back window, and you see a lion just like crossing your backyard. I'd be like, what the fuck?
Yeah, I would freak out.
I'd be afraid to walk outside like ever. Yeah, except you're comparing lions to cows, except cows don't have they can't chase you down or bite your head off or anything. You know, just like you know, cows are just big like loaves of bread. Then you got lions. Fucking oh my god. Yeah, I've seen videos of safaris where like cheetahs chase your trucks and stuff. I'm like, nah, dude, I don't fuck with cheetahs either. Chase them away with a water gun. Yeah, I'm not chasing no lion with a water gun. Fuck, are you crazy? What's the water gun going to do against a lion fight? Do they not like water or something? Give me a hose at least. I want a hose. Fucking water gun. Board alarm. Oh my god. You made it. And my Nightbot it actually works. I put in like a thing where if anybody says hey, hi, or hello, it'll say hey, welcome to the stream. So you will not only get greeted by me, but you greeted by our lovely Nightbot. Cats hate water. Yo, that is one big pussy cat. Oh my god. Cats hate water. I'm so dead. Pros and cons of using a prop firm. Pros are you don't have to risk your own money, right? If you don't have access to a lot of money, you can have access to a lot of money by just using a couple $100. You get you don't you get like 80-90% profit split off of something that's not even your money. Cons are I mean the risk management's I guess tight. I mean if you're normally a heavy trader, like, you know, you can only, I don't know. I mean, it's really, I'm going to defer to Pablo on this one because I don't really have many cons, and to be honest, just because I just think there's like so many pros to prop firms. Like, I mean, it's just you if you don't have access to a large amount of capital, then, you know, you get $100,000 and you get 85% profit splits. I don't know. I'm going to defer to Pablo on that. I don't,
There's not that many cons to it, in my opinion. It personally, the only con is the risk management. But
if you even see that as a con, like, dude, the risk management is even not that bad, you know? Like, you can, like, 5% a day, 10% overall, like, that's really not even that bad.
it honestly, in my opinion, it makes you a better trader. Need to have better risk management. Like even if you read anything of any of these like big trading books, you read Market Wizards, any of them, and they're all interviews with like top successful traders, and whether it be options or FX or stocks, they all say they don't risk more than like 1 to 3% a position. And that's what you need to trade for these prop firms. You can't you can't risk more than, personally, I don't risk more than 1% per position. So you need to have good risk management. And that can, if you have good risk management, you'll be a great prop firm trader, or it can be the reason why you don't.
Well, yeah, no, 100%. You're exactly right. The risk management will either make you a great trader at prop firms or the worst trader, because if you follow risk management strictly and you risk 1% and you just follow it good, then prop firms, there's no con, because, you know, that's, I mean, in my opinion, there's no con if you can follow risk management. If you're not very good at risk management, that's the only con. But you know, yeah, he's spot on with that one, in my opinion. So.
Yeah, no, that's the only thing. I don't think there's that much downside to prop firms. It's not your money. For the amount of money, of the amount of capital you're allowed to trade, you're not paying up. You're not paying up a lot. So it's
Yeah, for like, you put up maybe $450 for $100,000 account, and so your risk is, you know, you're not, you know, you don't have to risk, you don't have to put up $100,000. You're only, you know, saying, well, all right, I'll risk $450 to potentially get $100,000 to trade. So like that's your only risk in prop firms.
so, Warner, what do you mean making money with ChatGPT scripts? Like indicators? Because I saw a TikTok on this, but I
Uh,
just I didn't really like see it. Nah, bro, like they've literally been like, I think I might have sent it to you. I don't know. I was like, someone like went to ChatGPT and was like write me an algo, and it did. And then they just put it on TradingView. It was a Python script, and it was like buy and sell signals. Um, it was like running algo using like this EMA or this CMA and Bollinger Bands and whatever, and it did it. Like that would be insane.
I that's I've never even like, I'm gonna have to look into it now because I've never even heard of it other than like the thing you sent me. It's like, yeah, it's interesting.
Just looking at DJ right now with me.
Right? 4 minutes left, and we're starting to see a little bit of selling volatility in pound yen. So I'm hoping we can get a nice little cushion here in the next 4 minutes.
Oh yeah, limited days to pass a challenge can be a con. I do agree with that because you could be a good trader, and this has happened to me. I'm not a bad trader, but if let's say you have a week like the past 2 weeks, I've had two bad weeks. I didn't trade much. Market was consolidating. Last week I took 3 losses. Now they were all half-size losses, but it definitely was um, a little annoying. So if, for example, if I'm taking a challenge and had 2 weeks, like the 2 weeks that I had the last 2 weeks, that can definitely be a con because it's not like you're gonna know what market conditions are going to be like. Um,
Yeah, here's the thing with like the limited days though is like I can definitely see it being a con, but it's like if you're at least positive, then they'll give you another try for free. So like there's no reason that in 30 or I guess 20 trading days, like granted you don't know how market conditions will be like you said, but like granted in 20 trading days if you're not at least positive like, 1%, then I mean, I feel like there's other issues than just the limited amount of trading days. So,
yeah, I can agree with that. Like you can definitely be positive. And I've taken a challenge where been up like 5 or 6% and I ran out of time because I've had like 1 or 2 bad weeks in a row. But I still been net positive, so I've been able to just have a free retake on that.
yeah, like yeah, yeah, no, right. Like you said, I mean, you never know how it'll be. Um, so, but 5-6% in a month, that's good for a shitty month, and so it's just but at least you get a free retry. So, but yeah, I could definitely see that as being potentially one of the cons. Definitely desire.
But if you pass phase one, phase two should be a lot simpler because
Yeah, dude, 100%. Like once you pass phase one, dude, I've passed phase two in like a freaking day or two because like it's 5%,
you get 5% and you have double the time.
60 days. Yeah, so
Hmm. All right, PPI.
all right, guys, buckle up because we got PPI coming out in 20 seconds, and we're gonna have to see some pound yen selling here for Big Daddy. Yeah, we're short GJ right now, right? All right, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Give me that sell off. There we go. Come on, push down. Let's go. What's the market doing? The equities are pumping. Wow. Oh, they're dropping now. Okay. Initial reaction. Gold is popping. NASDAQ is popping, but not with much strength. What did the news come in as? It's under. Okay, so yeah. So okay, PPI came in line. Retail sales came weaker than expected. So we should see this nice drop here in pound yen. I think we'll see a nice drop in pound yen. I think that the equity should start rolling over as well off of these pops. I think it's just the initial reaction, but I think pound yen we should have a nice sell off here in pound yen. But I'm probably going to trail my stop to break even, maybe just above break even here because I'm already up like 2,000. But like, I mean, at this point for pound yen, I don't like the break of structure here that we're seeing on the 5 minute. Wouldn't really want to see it come back above, because then at that point, like I don't know. You know what I mean?
If we're truly like selling, we shouldn't even see a retest at this point.
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm up 2,000, and I just need. Dude, I'm already getting close to this fucking. I'm only half size too. I'm only in a 5 lot.
Let me see.
But my entry was decent, so.
Yeah, your entry was a lot better than mine. Like
My
if
entry was
this,
up
if,
here at VWAP.
yeah, no, my entry, like I've been in drawdown this whole time.
Dude, are you serious?
Yeah, I've been in drawdown this whole time up until like this drop.
Yeah, this motherfucker's sitting here just like watching this paint dry and draw down.
Yeah, I mean, I was confident. Entered. I think it was like almost like a FOMO entry. I was like, I don't want to. I wanted to catch it in case it was gonna fall, and I was like, let me just.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, grab a FOMO entry and Xavier, and I'm out. Did you short pound yen? Oh yeah, there we go, buddy. All right,
That's a scalper in him.
there's that scalper mindset, my man. And he's on his phone at work. Look at that.
Um, I'm gonna trail my stops because I agree it shouldn't come back. It shouldn't. If it comes back, then I'm just wrong.
Oh yeah, 100%. I'm at break even now.
Even this swing, yeah. So let's see how this do.
Yeah, as expected, the equities you're now seeing it start to roll over here from that pop, which is what you would expect to see from these numbers. So just grab liquidity, starting rolling over. The Dixie was dropping as well, but if we start getting a pump in the Dixie, that means we'll probably get. Well, what's the rates doing? This is probably more important at this point. Rates are weak, but they're at that support, so we'll just see what happens because I don't know. It's just kind of like a mixed bag out there as far as where prices are at because equities grab liquidity, but they're kind of indecisive. I don't even know, dude. Fuck, I can't trade this right now. I just gotta let it cool off because the equities are just like broke high, broke low, sitting neutral. Dixie's, who the fuck knows what's going on with that? So I don't even just. I'm just going to watch my pound yen dump here. That's all I care about. So
Yeah. I want to see this 5 minute close, nice and bearish.
yeah, me too.
I'll see if I can get it on it. I'm gonna put a limit order out here on pound yen.
Yeah, I like this a lot.
See if we get a retest, which, whatever, if we get it or not.
I'm watching the 1 minute here, and it's like it's because I thought we were gonna maybe get like a retracement and then continuation down, but like we're already seeing like on this retracement that we're already seeing some like exhaustion here. I mean, granted it's the 1 minute, but still, it's like let's see if like I feel like that the sellers are pretty strong here. So in this zone here, I'd be willing to like maybe add. So we'll see what I get.
That's what I'm looking to do. Yeah.
Nice 5 minute close.
See. Nice 30 minute, bro. Actually, I'm lying. I'm looking at the current 30 minute thinking it was the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, I was like, man, that would have been a nice 30 minute close. Except the last 30 minute had nice bearish engulfing at least.
Yeah, it was. So that's what I was waiting for. So the 5 minute is nice. I would like to come up just a little bit higher. Full sized and put risk. And I was risking way too much. There we go.
Is it reaching for 158.491? I think so. I mean, I'm looking for it to go to like 158 at least, like 400 or even potentially 158 even. Like I'm looking for it to actually retrace this whole move here. So whether we get to 158 400 or we get to like 158 even, 158 491 I think could I think it could definitely reach for that, especially if we can start holding this 159 like 400 breakdown here. So definitely liking price action here for a continuation down. Pound yen 158.25 is also where I have the 14 period ADR 2 times previous day high, previous month low, right around there too, just below. Like the 5 and 15 minute Momo to the downside. Yeah, I'm with you. I like that too. It's like taking candy from a baby. That's right. Man, born alarm. What are you doing in my stream? Get back in Discord. Oh, man. get that, come in and get that retest. If I can get a retest of like 159, 3, like 320 area, somewhere in this range, I like to add. Silver's. What are you looking for?
Oh, just GJ to be just a little bit higher than where it's at. I'm looking at the 3 minute actually. So I just look at the 3 minute.
You see the 3 minute?
If the yeah, if the current 3 minute runs the previous 3 minute highs, I would look to enter. So it'll be like just above all those wicks on the 5 minute. On the 1 minute, my bad. If it doesn't want to do that and wants to just continue to sell like it looks like it might do.
Bornlam, I have the contact us form set to where if you contact us, it just responds saying fuck off. So, oh my god, it's so funny. I can't believe you fucking hacked into the site. It's not right. I've been noticing a 5-wave Elliott ABC pattern form on all charts. Yeah, sure. I don't know. Yes.
It's so I don't know what that is, but I heard people talk about it, and the whole like Elliott wave and like ICT, like market maker structure models, and like all this like Wyckoff and all that shit. It's all the same shit. Like it's all literally the same.
Literally the same. Like, yeah.
Yeah, it's just the way the market moves. That's all it is. It's market structure. It's having like 3 trend line touches,
Yep.
type of stuff. It's all literally the same thing. And people just have repackaged it and sold it in different things. It's all the same. If you're and this is how I kind of figured out it was all the same because Tyler knows this. I went
Mm-hmm.
around and I try to trade my own stuff or learn my own type of trading and stuff like that. And it probably took about 6 or 8 months just kind of learning all this shit that I really didn't need. And then so me and Tyler used to trade together, then we didn't trade together, and then we started trading together again. And when we started trading together again, we're doing the same exact things, same entries, same analysis, top down, everything's exactly the same. But we just look at the market in a different way. But everything ends up being the same exact thing because if you're really reading market structure, it doesn't matter where you're trading.
I was gonna say, think about it. Market structure is market structure, right?
hmm Like support resistance, honestly, all of it most of the time is just support resistance. Whether you're even trading like doing a lot of Fibonacci or a lot of this or a lot of that, it's bro, you're getting the same entries. Like even if you're doing like Fibonacci extensions for like your TPs and your stop losses and stuff like that, you're getting the same entries. You're gonna get the same TPs, the same stop losses because it's all the same shit. It's just repackaged, remodeled so that somebody can sell you something. Okay, here we go.
Yep.
Um, yeah. Yeah, nah, bro. That should be getting me. It's easy to like buy into like, oh, I got the real way to trade
Yep. It is.
in one day. But it's like, okay, like
Yeah. Like I've tried all this, like every strategy and every course and every indicator, and it's like if once you realize and take a step back that like trading's trading, it's like market structure is market structure. It's going to be the same. Literally, you look whether you look at market maker method ICT, you look at you support and resistance, you look at Wyckoff, whatever it is. but we're all looking at the same market structures. It's just a different way of like it's a different name we're calling it, like Wyckoff versus ICT versus whatever, or it's just a different name. It's just different way that we're calling. We're looking at it like, oh, breaker bar versus something else, but it's just support and resistance and stuff. So it's like, it's easy to get sucked in that trap, like Pablo said, but just make sure you remember that.
I do agree with what your eyes see. I definitely agree with that because my eyes are definitely trained to look at the market a certain way. Like I look at certain bars, I'm like, okay, I know what this is an order block, and I look at that. But I trade support resistance, so I realize that this order block is really just a resistance area or a support area. Um, or it's just all like the same thing. It's just the way that you see the market. Like my chart right now, it's just a support. Right now, I have like support resistance drawn in my chart. But I'm sure if I was to take those lines off and look at something else or run a fib or do whatever, it's the same exact thing.
Yep.
It's just like how you decide to look at it and whatever might be easier for you, then just do that. Like EMA crossovers. EMA crossovers a lot of times are right there with like a volume profile point of control or VWAP. And it's just like, or a retest of a certain key level or a QP. It's all like around the same area. As long as you're able to like read market structure correctly, everything's gonna work.
Yeah. Exactly. Exactly. So what I'm gonna end up doing for pound yen, I'm gonna start wrapping this stream up. Is I'm gonna if we end up getting a retest of this breakdown here, sitting right around 149 or 159 400 area, then I'll add to my position. Then I'll finally be in a full contract, or I guess a full position size. And then I'll just place my stops somewhere around these highs here because I don't want to see it come back in this range. If it comes back in this range, it's just, I don't know. We'll see what happens. Don't really like it. But I'm going to look for something like this for a sell-off. I do expect it to retrace this move that happened overnight. It's still working its way there. It's just going to kind of, I feel like it's just going to chop its way down. So just going to be patient on this one. Just going to let it go. But other than that, the equities still seem to be indecisive. And so as far as looking at trades in the equities later towards market at nicely open, the only thing we'll be looking for is potentially sells below 11,550 for the NAS, because this big liquidity grab above these highs, big rejection of 11.6, triple top here, and the numbers were are weak. So I'm just looking for a rollover here. If I don't get it, I don't get it. But right now I'm just chilling pound yen. But yeah, any final thoughts for you?
No, I'm most likely gonna wait till closer to the open before I look at anything else.
Yeah. So cool. All right, guys, we're gonna wrap it up there. I appreciate you hopping on again today. First day back in a while, but we will be back to streaming Monday to Thursday, 7 a.m. So have a good rest of your day and safe trading out there, guys.
See ya. I just put in